What's going on, guys? I have Warcorns Combat Unicorns for Hire, and I gotta say, this is my kind of weird. So to briefly sum up the story, we have a military-esque unicorns who are all more or less bounty hunters and are hired to capture a dog who's out there just smoking like a big old cigar, who's aided by like a magic floating skull. Okay, but as you might have expected, not all goes according to plan, and that's where I'll leave it for now. Shorter story, 20 some odd pages or whatnot, and we're going to continue on in the next couple issues. So I guess my biggest issue, for my taste, would be the absolute absurd amount of cussing in here. Now, I don't mind cussing per se, but it just kind of feels like some of this is kind of crammed in there for no reason other than to come off more like for adults. But sometimes it kind of comes off a little juvenile, kind of like, kids learning how to cuss for the first time, or like your teenagers who are just cussing. Every other word's got to be a cuss word. It's not quite that excessive, but it does feel just a little on the excessive side. I'm maybe just tone it back just a touch. Like I'm not gonna go no cuss words in my comic books, but I just a touch is my only criticism here. But perhaps that's just me. I don't know. I did overall enjoy this book, and I like the magic within it. I'm not 100% certain if there is like a magical element or if there's something else going on quite yet. But it looks like there's magic. For instance, we have the character Gunny. He's eating like different colored crayons, and that kind of affects his mood. For instance, he eats blue, and he's feeling kind of sad. I found that character kind of interesting. Just he kind of seemed like the big dumb oafish guy, but then he gets that what looked like a M249 or M60. I'm not sure what it was off the top of my head, and just goes absolutely fucking apeshit, and that was awesome. And there is another thing that happens, but I don't want to spoil it because it happened right at the end. And that's where I was like, okay, there's definitely some sort of magical element going on in this book, or something very similar to it. Which, we're dealing with unicorns. I don't think it's that far-fetched to have some level of magic in here. And I've done a catch-up tear, so I will be doing several more of these. So I don't want to give anything else away at this moment. So I will be kind of breaking them all up in case nobody's interested in this one. You guys can check out some of the other things that I'm reading as well. But I am enjoying this. Like I said before, this is my kind of weird, where you're taking, something like unicorns, and you're like, hey, what if we made them like mercenaries, or, some level of military grade component to this, and just throw them in here and just have them go apeshit with machine guns and stuff. I like it. They're somewhat humanoid, of course, and this is my kind of weird. So yeah, I can't wait to continue on. And if this sounds like something you guys want to check out, be sure to check the link in the description as to where you might get a copy for yourself, or at least 2 to follow should another campaign come up, and might be able to grab a copy for yourself there. But that is all I have for today, guys. So until next time, take care and God bless.